Welcome back to Spice and Easy. Itchy nose again. We're cooking. Yeah. Cooking what? Nothing here. It's because I've not got it all out yet. It's on the side there. Now, this is something we had growing up. And we still actually have it. And I made it once and Fiona loves it. So we have it now. Not as regular as we should, but I do cook it now and again. Now I believe it's also a Spanish type dish. What is it? First, it's broad beans and bacon. Yes. Now, if you look at recipes online, I've checked to see if it's something that nobody else does, but apparently a lot of the dishes that you see of beans and bacon, broad beans and bacon, are quite thick. They do a thick sauce. This is similar to one that I've seen that is a Spanish style, but it's the way we used to have it before, as I say, when we were growing up. So it's quite runny. It's like a broth, the liquid in it. We're doing beans, broad beans and bacon, and I'm also going to add some butter beans to it. Not done that before, so I've just found a tin in the cupboard and I thought, I think butter beans would go well with it as well. So, you don't have to put those in, miss them out if you want, but do try the broad beans and the bacon. Now, I'm not using one of our packs on this. I'm actually you'll see what spices I'm going to be using. The Spanish one, they tend to use paprika, that sort of thing, smoked paprika, herbs, but they also put in it, and I've tried it with this once I saw a recipe and I thought I'd try that, and it's nice, an acquired taste, black pudding. They do beans, bacon and black pudding. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the beans and the bacon and the butter beans because I found them and thought they'll be nice in it. You can also, and I've got some in the freezer, but I'm not doing it today, but you can try it if you like. Haggis would be good in it. Obviously you have to fry it so it gets a crispy coating because it will just break up. And that's all I can tell you about it, except watch when I'm cooking it and try it because it's really nice. It's one of our favourite dishes and it is so easy to do and not a lot of ingredients. Try it. Keep watching. See what you think. Let's get on and let's show you what's going in it. See you in a minute. Right then. Ingredients. So simple. We have 200 grams smoked bacon. Smoked does work better on it. Unless, of course, you don't like smoked bacon, then get normal. You can put a bit more if you want. But we're just using that. 1 medium to large onion, finely chopped. The extras I'm adding are these butter beans. You don't have to do those. We used to just have the beans and the bacon. But you can, as I say, you can add black pudding. You can try that, or you can try the haggis. 2 tablespoons tomato puree. 1 bag, 600 grams broad beans. Only £1 from Iceland. It says limited edition. I don't know what's limited, the broad beans. But unless they don't always do them, of course. That's those. Now, spice wise, we've got 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and also what we're frying off with the onions at the start. This stuff is brilliant. Minced garlic in a jar. You can get it as well, garlic and ginger, which is also good to get. And that is going in, as I say, frying off with the onions and the spices, just gives it that nice something extra. And also our curry packs that we sell, anything tomato based curries, especially like the garlic chili, jalfrezes, even the hot ones, liquid fires, all, if you get a jar of this, put a tablespoon in with your onions when you're frying them off, it really does give it that something extra. And that is all there is. That's all you need to do a simple, cheap, tasty dish. As I say, it's a bit like more like a broth. It's not a soup, but it's quite a runny juice sauce that goes with it. but it does taste really nice. So let's get on and let's do the cooking. Right, put some oil in, and that's now hot. So in go the onions. Now the joy of this dish is, not got the spoon ready, you're not waiting ages for the onions to go brown, caramelised or whatever. You just want them soft so you can carry on with the rest of it, because they're going to soften up while the stuff's cooking. Once the beans, the water, I'm going to be adding water, or I may add stock actually as well. I'll see how the meat takes me in a bit. Well, if you let them cook down, I'll pause it so you're not waiting. Right, onions are softened up a bit. What we need to do now is add the bacon. Turn it down a bit because I don't want the onions to burn. The onions will burn. Now this is, you're going to get your flavour from this as well. That's why you don't need shed loads of different spices and stuff. Especially if it's smoked. Just a real cheap, simple, easy dish to do. Now I don't know, normally dishes like this, especially the Spanish, that sort of thing, and the French, when they do things, they're all, a lot of them originated as a peasant's dish, because it was cheap to do. But it tastes just so nice. Now some of the fat on the bacon still, as you can see, because it does have more flavour. You will probably find as well, you can get more bacon. All you need is the cooking bacon, which is the cheapest in your supermarket. Just get cheap cooking bacon, cut it up and use that. Cuts it down on cost even more, and because you're cooking it like this, you don't need rashers and expensive stuff. Now this is rashers I'm using, purely because it's what we got when we did the latest Simbin surfer video. So I got those and thought, yeah, that'll do. Just keep cooking that for a bit, let that cook down, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Right, let's put this fan on, I hope it's not too loud, get some of this steam out of the way. So they're cooked off, bacon's just about cooked, in go the spices. And, not forgetting, your garlic. Now I did say cook this off with the onions, but it doesn't really matter. It's still going to be fried off now. Look at that, all that lovely garlicky goodness. Just a simple, tasty dish to do, this is. Smells nice. It smells nice. Cut that off a bit. Now I have done a stock cube in a bit of hot water just to give it a bit more flavour in the stock that's you're going to get in it, the sauce, the juice, the stock, whatever you want to call it. Because what we're doing with this is a lot of liquid water going to go in, because you want that juice to hold the flavours as well. Just let that get hot. Now, tomato puree. And of course it don't all want to come out this time. Get your finger in. Yes, drop your comments below. that's that done. So simple and tasty this is. Cheap meal. If you've got 4 of you as well, just use a bigger pan than this, same quantities, it'll do that. We're going to have this in a bowl with some nice crusty bread, and that's it. Cheap, tasty dinner, tea, supper. Again, if you don't want the butter beans, because some people don't like them, they are a bit of a Marmite thing, butter beans, miss them out. Just do the broad beans and bacon, that's what we normally have anyway. But I saw the butter beans and thought, yeah, we're going to try it with that as well. So in goes the rest of the stock. I'm just going to open the beans. Bubbling away now. I love the smell of smoked paprika. What you've got to remember with the beans as well, they do shrivel up slightly. Not a lot, but not a lot. Paul Daniels that was, wasn't it? Used to work at a photographic place that we used to buy stuff off us. So might use all of those yet, I don't know, we'll see what it's like. And more water. Look at that, frozen bits on the beans. Frost free, the freezer's supposed to be. I think that's a sign they tell you. I don't know if you've got too much stuff in or not enough in the freezer. So just pour all your water in. Now I can't give you quantity on the water because I don't know what size pan you're going to use and if you're going to use all of the beans etc. That is it. That's all there is to it. Now what I'm going to do is bring that to the boil. And I don't think you're going to need all of these beans. No, right, so 600 gram of beans. Let's see what's in it now. 200, so we've used 400 grams of your broad beans, just if you want a rough idea. 400 grams of broad beans, 1 tin of butter beans, and then I think, what was it, whatever I said on the bacon, I think it's about 200 grams, but that's not set in stone. If you want a load more beans, put them in, use the whole bag. If you want more bacon, put all your bacon in. It's up to you. It's a quick, easy dish, and you can adjust it to your own taste. We're going to add a bit of salt to that, quite a bit, because I love salt in this, and also some pepper. And that's it. All you do now is bring this to the boil, then turn it down, and then just simmer it until your beans are cooked and your bacon's properly cooked. Just check your bacon that it is cooked properly. Obviously it's cooking in this as well, so it should be cooked nicely, as well as frying it at the start. It's cooking in the hot juice, so should be fine. We're going to leave that now. As I say, bring to the boil. We're going to simmer it for, well, I don't know, half an hour or so. Then we'll be back, we'll dish it up and show you what it's like. Right, I've left that going for about an hour now. Probably a bit more actually, but doesn't matter as long as you want. But if you're cooking it longer, you get more out of the bacon. So let's dish some of this up. You can, as an alternative to the bacon, you can put chorizo in if you want. That would work really well. Get that steam out of the way. 3 spoons of that. You need some of your sauce as well. So that's the best tasty bit. I've just spilt it because I can't see what I'm doing through the camera. And look at that mess. That's what you get when you're not looking what you're doing. Look at that. Now, nice bit of crusty bread. And that is a cheap, tasty meal. And it is cheap as well. Total, if you count the bacon, which was from the sin bin surfing, and the beans, that's cost about, I don't know, £3 to £4. And it will do 4 people. And it's really nice. Do try it. Tasty, beany, and bacony. Give it a go. And let us know. Drop your comments in what you think of it. Really, really good. Let's have a quick taste before we go. You've got to sample things. Ah, tastes so nice. One of our favourites. That not had it with butter beans in there, and it does work. So try it. Let us know what you think, and we're done on this one. I'll catch you later.